Hey friends, I just wanted to take a quick minute to let you know that everything included in this video is just my opinion. It's made for uh, entertainment purposes only. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just expressing my own thoughts and opinions. Thanks. Alright guys, my name is Lainey. This is SoCal Fat Chick. You can call me any version of any of that. Uh, Anyways, this is my very first YouTube video ever. I'm an old, so I graduated before a lot of the people on YouTube were born. Graduated from high school, that is. I'm definitely a 90s kid. Um, but anyways, as I was saying, this is my very first YouTube video. And the reason I'm making this video is because I have recently gotten a lot more serious about my own personal health journey. And while I am not, we're going to go ahead and fess up, while I'm not brave enough to put myself out there to uh, do what the Foodie Beauties and the Amberlynns are doing and, put a face to my journey. Um, I did want to hold myself at least somewhat accountable. So that's why I started this channel. And I was getting my very first weigh in type video uh, ready to post. And this whole thing with Foodie Beauty going on, look, here's the thing. I am not a religious person. I am a very open minded person. And while I do not have any sort of experience with Islam, aside from the one or two Muslim friends I've had since I was in school. Um, but I do have a lot of experience with abusive men. And full disclaimer, I am not saying that uh, Salah is abusive. I'm not saying that. I'm not implying it. I am just bringing up a possibility from personal experience to try to uh, throw out my theory of things because, in all honesty, as terrible as Foodie Beauty may be, and real talk, this cat thing with BBJ, yeah, that ended any hope I had for a redemption arc. If you're gonna try to put your cat to sleep because you don't, I don't know, like what? Are you an Egyptian pharaoh? Just because you're dead, everybody, your wives, your servants, your pets, your everything has to be killed along with you? Like, sorry, Foodie, that is not how it goes. Anywho, I am not implying, I am not alluding to, I am not saying that Sala is, could be, has ever been any sort of abusive. For all I know, we are all wrong. He's not using her, and they are madly in love. In all honesty, I mean, isn't that what we all wish for? For the love of our life to come in and you know be the love of our life. But I have my doubts, and I'm not going to go into a lot of the doubts that a lot of the other commenters have brought up. I watch them a lot. I watch French Fried Girl. I watch Milky Tea. I got to be in the one of the first live streams by Milky Chai. Um, yeah, so I watch a lot of commenters. I definitely have stopped watching Foodie as soon as the whole cat thing happened because, in all honesty, what the heck? Um, Here's the thing, though. I have been in a handful of abusive partnership relationships. Um, some that have been only emotionally abusive, some that have been physically abusive, some that have been both. And so that makes me very wary about relationships. And It definitely makes dating hard when you have severe trust issues. So again, I'm not implying this about Salah. As awful a human being as I think Foodie is, I I don't wish this on her at all. Nobody deserves to feel unsafe or unloved or hurt or abandoned or abused. Nobody, right? Not even your cat, Chantal. Anywho, but she has not known this dude for that long at all. At all, right? And we're supposed to believe that it was love at first sight, that they're soulmates, that it's happily ever after, that everything's amazing. But she doesn't even know him, okay? And so here's what keeps going through my mind when I see them streaming, when I see her in that apartment, especially knowing that the door locks by itself. Like, I'm not even tripping on that. I'm not going to trip on that. My baby sister lives in Italy with her husband, and their doors lock automatically. I mean, they have to turn the key in it, for a deadbolt. Like, but I'm used to European and non-US style locks, right? So that doesn't even get me too badly. My concern is, why doesn't she have a key yet? Um, why is he so protective of her purse? Why is he always there looking like he is uh, supervising her chat? Here's my theory, and here is why I'm making this at all and posting this before what is actually the first one. Um, if he's using her for her money, for her clout, for the possibility to make money on his own channel after being boosted by hers, if that's what he's seeing her as, if he's seeing her as a paycheck, um, what happens when she decides that she doesn't want to anymore, right? What made me first think of it was the whole cell phone, the whole switch from the Samsung to the iPhone, right? That's the first time that it got me, because she was obviously very, very, very unhappy with the quality of the camera when it came to the iPhone. iPhone doesn't have filters. We all saw that, right? No need to rehash it. But what if Chantel does as Chantel do and decides she doesn't want it anymore? She wants her old Samsung. She wants the Samsung with the 25 filters, and yeah, yeah. So I just what happens if she decides she doesn't want it? What if he decides that they're still going to use it? What is she going to do, right? In all honesty, if he wanted to take her paperwork from her, her identification, her phone, if he wanted to take those things from her, do you think that she could somehow resist him? They're in the Middle East. Admittedly, I know nothing about Kuwait. I do apparently know that women aren't allowed to drive there. So, uh, is that what we need to make my point? Here is my point. Okay. What if he says no? What if she refuses? It is so easy for somebody who has any sort of strength, weight, advantage over somebody else to control them. If he wanted to snatch her phone, if he wanted to snatch her purse, her ID, how is she going to stop him? She won't be able to take it back from him. That's not a thing that is possible for her to do. So what if he decides, you know, you're going to make videos the way I want you to make videos, because I'm paying attention to the statistics. I'm paying attention to to what's going on. I'm seeing what's getting the views and what's not getting views. More views means more money. More money means more money I can take from you. Again, I'm assuming this. I'm not even assuming this. I'm just suggesting this because I've been in an abusive situation wherein um my means of contacting help were taken from me. My means of getting out of the situation were taken from me. And when you're in that situation, it honestly might not take too long for a person to break another person down. And it can either turn into some sort of weird Stockholm type syndrome where you're like, oh hey, he likes me when I don't ask for my phone. He likes me when I don't ask to see my mom. He he treats me nicely when I I don't push back and I don't call him on his behavior. And when you are somebody who has a deep emptiness inside of you, which I think that Chantel does, you try to fill that. And if you are desperate to feel loved, if you are desperate to feel treasured and taken care of, like Chantel clearly is, then toleration can look like a lot like infatuation, you know? But being nice and buying you coffee and bringing you home, treats and surprises um after you've been stuck in a room by yourself all day can feel a lot like romantic wooing. Anywho, maybe one day I'll get into my history, but my point is, my point is, if 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 a person is abusive, if a person is using a YouTuber to stream, to whatever, for money, whatever, I'm just going to say it. If Salah is motivated into this relationship by money, by fame, by anything than actual affection for Chantal, then if her views drop, her pay drops, her ability to spend her money on him drops, um, I think that he may do what he feels he needs to do to bring that back up. Yeah, he's a Syrian citizen and he's not a Kuwaiti national, but who says that they're going to stay in Kuwait? I mean, what happens if he decides, I don't know, to pull an Andrew Tate? What if he decides to keep Foodie as his little webcam pay pig? And what can she do, in all honesty? And that's what makes me worry. That is what makes me worry. Because I have had abusive relationships. I have had situations where it's very easy to um, lose yourself. Yeah. So it's one of those things that I know I'm rambling. Uh, please be kind. This is my first video ever. Uh, I've been rambling on for I don't know how long, but the point comes down to this, and I'll put a timestamp towards the beginning just in case. But my point is this: Foodie does not know this man. Okay, Foodie does not know this man. She does not know what his true motivations are. She knows what she believes. She knows what he's telling her. She knows what he's promising her. But if he is actually using her for her money, for her quote unquote fame, for any of that stuff, and and that starts to drop, or say she's not happy there now and she decides she wants to leave him. I mean, he doesn't have to do much to make her think that he's being romantic. He doesn't have to do much to make her think that he loves her. He just has to bring her freaking pickles, right? So what happens to Foodie? Just just if what happens to Foodie if her partner turns out to not actually care about her in the way that she thinks he cares about her? What happens to Foodie if he decides that he's going to keep her identification and her phone and uh, her way to contact the outside world? She doesn't speak Arabic. Is she going to go to the police? Is she going to go to the neighbors? How is she going to do that? Um, and in all honesty, isn't it going to be super easy for him to convince her that no, everything's okay? No, everything's fine. Everything is great. Um, Here, let me bring you some more Middle Eastern dessert, you know? Anyways, that's my concern. My concern is not that. My concern is if. And and before anybody tries to accuse me of anything, I don't know Salah. I don't know Salah. But that's the point. Chantel doesn't know Salah either. She doesn't know his history. She doesn't know his personality. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. So, I mean, is she seeing red flags? Is she hoping? Like, is she looking for red flags? Or is she so enamored with the idea of finally being somebody's wife, finally being wanted by somebody, possessed by somebody? If she's so caught up in that, like, is that. Anyways, I really hope he's not. I really hope he has no inclination towards anything that Foodie Beauty is not 100% enthusiastically agreeing to. But I wonder, and I have worries, and I have concerns, and in all honesty, I'm really worried for her. Um, she's gotten herself into a situation where she can lose everything instantly, you know? Um, let's just say she wouldn't be the first Western woman to disappear in um another country. I mean, yeah, yeah, I I worry. Anyways, so that's it. That is all I'm gonna do. I'm sure this video was boring as hell, and I'm sure nobody else is gonna watch it. I am gonna tag the heck out of it and see if I can get some views, because why not? And um within the next few videos, I will post an introduction video and give you a little stats and a little history and a few of my goals for where I am trying to be. Anywho, uh, anybody who watched this, I love you. Okay? Talk to you next time. Alright, friends, so that's going to be it for my first YouTube video ever. I will be back at some point to do a weight loss video, like I'm actually here for. I would like to thank the YouTubers whose videos I used in my video. Those were What's Happening, Goral Anonymous, French Fried Goral, and Alex is Shook. Anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching if you did watch, and I will be back soon.